Have you ever been told you look way younger than your age? At first you smile, maybe thank them politely. But what if it's more than just a compliment? What if it's not just about what's on your face, but what's beneath your surface? What if your youthful appearance is a reflection of your mindset, your energy, and the silent choices you make every single day? Not the products you buy, but the burdens you refuse to carry. Not the creams on your skin, but the thoughts you allow in your mind. Because this isn't about skincare routines or lucky genetics. It's deeper, much deeper. The truth is, some people age twice as fast because of the weight they carry in silence, while others defy time because they've mastered something most never even consider: how to protect their inner world. And today, we're revealing the 7 hidden psychological and stoic reasons why some people radiate youth far beyond their years, and how you can too. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover might not just change how you look. It might just change how you live and how you age. Reason 1. You have mastered inner stillness. Most people don't age from the passing of time. They age from the constant, unrelenting tension that they never learn to release. Tension in their mind, tension in their body, tension in their soul. The Stoics understood this long before modern science ever caught up. As Epictetus said, man is disturbed not by things, but by the view he takes of them. In other words, the stress that ages you isn't out there. It's how you choose to interpret what's out there. Those who look younger than their age are not necessarily the ones with the easiest lives. In fact, many of them have faced heartbreak, betrayal, loss, and chaos. But what sets them apart is how they respond. They don't panic. They don't spiral. They center themselves. They breathe through the storm. Their emotional reactivity doesn't flare up wildly. Instead, they return to a grounded stillness, a place of internal control. This kind of calm isn't passive. It's a practiced skill, like sharpening a blade. It takes time to learn how to not let people's words sink into your skin, how to let go of arguments that don't deserve your peace, and how to walk away from situations that only steal your energy. But once you master that skill, it starts to show in your posture, in your eyes, even in your skin. Science confirms that chronic stress elevates cortisol, a hormone that breaks down collagen, damages skin elasticity, and accelerates aging. But inner stillness lowers those levels. People who practice calmness actually change their biochemistry. They slow aging at the cellular level. So next time someone tells you that you look younger, ask yourself this: have you been protecting your peace? Have you been choosing stillness over stress? If yes, now you know why it's showing on your face. Because stillness is not just a mindset, it's anti-aging armor. Stillness doesn't make you boring, it makes you bulletproof. Reason 2. You adapt quickly, not rigidly. Youth is not defined by age, it's defined by motion, your willingness to move, to grow, and to evolve when life demands it. Think about the people who always talk about the good old days, who refuse to try anything new, who say, "I'm too old for this," before they even begin. You can see the stagnation on their faces. They resist change so fiercely that their entire energy becomes stiff, physically, mentally, and emotionally. But those who seem ageless, they flow. They don't fear change, they welcome it. They don't say, "I've always done it this way." They ask, "What else is possible?" They experiment, they play, they take risks. Even in their 40s, 50s, 60s, they carry the spirit of someone who refuses to be frozen in time. This isn't just anecdotal. The science backs it up. People who regularly step outside of their routines, who learn new skills, adapt to new environments, and challenge themselves, build stronger neural pathways. Their brains stay sharp, their bodies stay coordinated, their energy stays alive. And this is where Stoicism gives us a powerful edge. The Stoics didn't just teach acceptance of life's chaos. They taught amor fati, the love of fate. That means saying yes not only to the events you like, but also to the ones that disrupt you. To welcome the hard times as opportunities to train your soul. To evolve, not retreat. When you live this way, open to change, willing to adapt, something amazing happens. Life starts to renew you. You remain fresh, curious, connected, and yes, visibly younger. Your energy feels lighter, your presence becomes magnetic. People don't know why you feel so alive, but they feel it. So ask yourself honestly, do you resist change or do you rise with it? Because those who age the fastest are the ones who fight reality. But those who embrace it, those who bend like bamboo in the storm, they remain unbroken and ageless. You don't age because you change, you age when you refuse to. Reason 3. Your curiosity keeps the mind sharp. Your face is a mirror, and your mind is the light behind it. When that light fades, everything dims with it, your energy, your spirit, and yes, even your appearance. Curiosity is not a trait reserved for children. It's the spark that keeps the mind youthful and the body alive. When you stop asking questions, when you stop exploring new paths, when you become content living the same day over and over again, that's when the soul begins to age, regardless of what the calendar says. People who look younger than their age don't just take care of their skin, they take care of their thoughts. They remain students of life. They read, they travel, they ask bold questions, not only about the world, but about themselves. They challenge their habits, explore new beliefs, and welcome uncertainty. There's a fire in their minds, and you can see it in the brightness of their eyes. Science confirms this. Learning new skills builds new neural pathways. Curiosity doesn't just feel good, it literally rewires your brain, keeping it adaptable, flexible, and resilient against decline. Mental stagnation invites decay, but curiosity keeps the system in motion. Just like a muscle that stays strong through use, the mind that is fed with novelty stays alert and alive. And Stoicism, though grounded in self-discipline, was never about mental rigidity. It was about being able to engage with life as it is and to observe it with clarity. Marcus Aurelius journaled not to preach, but to inquire. His thoughts were filled with questions. What am I clinging to? Why do I fear this? What does nature intend for me? That's not blind acceptance. That's philosophical curiosity. If people keep mistaking you for someone a decade younger, ask yourself, do you still wonder about life? Do you seek to understand more, or have you settled for what's familiar? Because youth isn't defined by how many candles are on your birthday cake. It's defined by how much light you still carry in your mind. Stay curious, and you'll stay ageless. A curious mind doesn't wrinkle, it expands. If you're finding value in this video so far, take a second to hit that subscribe button. It's a simple way to support this channel and help us create more content like this, rooted in Stoic wisdom and real transformation. Every subscription helps us grow, and we're grateful to have you on this journey. Reason 4. You don't suppress emotion, you alchemize it. Have you ever looked into someone's eyes and seen weight? Not physical weight, but emotional. As if their soul had grown heavy, their shoulders droop, their jaw is tense, and their face carries lines that aren't from time, but from years of unspoken pain. This is what happens when emotion is suppressed. When sadness is swallowed, anger is buried, grief is ignored. The body remembers what the mind tries to forget, and over time, it shows. But here's what separates the youthful from the worn down. Those who look young don't hide their emotions, they alchemize them, just like the Stoics did. Contrary to the myth, Stoics weren't emotionless statues. They didn't deny their feelings, they refined them. Marcus Aurelius wrote pages on grief. Seneca mourned the death of loved ones with depth and eloquence. What they didn't do, however, was let emotion rule them. They processed it, transformed it, turned anger into clarity, turned loss into wisdom, turned fear into strength. Modern science validates this ancient wisdom. Studies show that emotional suppression raises cortisol and stress markers, weakens the immune system, and accelerates aging. Emotional expression, when healthy and honest, regulates the nervous system, improves mental clarity, and literally keeps your body younger. And you know this already. You've seen someone who cries when they need to, who laughs loudly and often, who speaks with honesty and presence. Their face is softer, their presence is lighter. They glow, not because life has been easy, but because they haven't let it harden them. On the flip side, you've met people who pretend too long. They force smiles, they avoid confrontation, they stay silent when they should speak. And you can feel the tension in them, like a pressure cooker ready to burst. That pressure shows up in the skin, in the posture, in the very energy they radiate. So if you've been told you look younger than your age, it may not be because you're hiding your emotions well. It might be because you're not hiding them at all. You're facing them, you're feeling them, you're letting them move through you. And in doing so, you're not just emotionally free, you're physically vibrant. Emotions are not weaknesses to suppress, they are forces to transform. Alchemize them, and your youth will not just remain, it will shine. You can't stay young if you're carrying old pain. Reason 5. You guard your energy like a sacred fire. Stand near a fireplace and you feel warmth. Stand near a toxic person and you feel drained. That's no coincidence, it's energetic law. Energy is not just a vibe, it's a currency. And just like money, if you give it away carelessly, you end up broke. Emotionally, mentally, and even physically. Those who seem to age faster often surround themselves with emotional vampires. The chronic complainers, the jealous friends, the passive-aggressive coworkers. Over time, this constant exposure erodes their vitality. You can see it in their eyes, in their heavy sighs, in their dulled expressions. But those who look younger, they treat their energy like sacred fire. They don't just protect it, they honor it. They choose their relationships carefully. They spend time with people who uplift, not unload. They cut ties when peace becomes too expensive. They know that one toxic conversation can undo hours of peace, clarity, and emotional balance. Seneca wrote, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." And it wasn't just moral advice, it was survival wisdom. Your nervous system is shaped by the company you keep. Your stress hormones respond to the energy around you, whether you realize it or not. People who radiate youth are usually surrounded by laughter, encouragement, and genuine connection. That glow on their skin? It's the byproduct of not being around people who drain their soul. So take a moment to reflect. Who in your life nourishes you and who quietly erodes your peace? Because the truth is, skincare can't fix what toxicity corrodes, and radiant skin always starts with a radiant life. Your glow isn't genetic, it's protected. Reason 6. You wake up with purpose, not apathy. There's a kind of fatigue that sleep can't fix, the exhaustion of a man who wakes up without a reason. Apathy is the silent killer of the soul. It doesn't show up with a bang. It creeps in with boredom, with aimlessness, with the slow decay of living without something to chase. You see it in the eyes of people who've given up on building, creating, or becoming. Their posture sinks. Their energy is muted. Their face carries the weight of stagnation. But look at someone who's on a mission. Someone with purpose. Their movements are sharp. Their eyes are alive. Their voice carries conviction. Whether it's a business, creative pursuit, a fitness journey, or mentoring others, there's something pulsing through them that keeps them lit from within. And here's what's powerful. That fire within literally changes your biology. Science shows that people with strong life purpose have lower levels of inflammation, healthier hormones, and even longer lifespans. Purpose produces dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, the very neurochemicals tied to vitality, youth, and joy. The Stoics lived by this principle. Marcus Aurelius didn't rule an empire just for status. He saw every day as a mission to fulfill his duty. His journal was filled with reminders to rise and do the work of man. That wasn't motivational fluff, it was a lifeline to purpose. So if you've ever wondered why some people in their 40s or 50s look younger than those in their 30s, this might be it. Passion sharpens the eyes, purpose straightens the spine, and clarity of mission keeps a man from decaying in silence. If you want to look and feel truly alive, you don't need more rest. You need a reason to rise. A man with no mission decays, even if he never moves. Reason 7. You've let go of what was never yours to carry. Nothing ages a person faster than emotional weight. And not the kind that comes from work or responsibilities, but from clinging to pain, bitterness, and stories that no longer serve you. You've seen it. The man who still resents his ex 5 years later. The woman who relives a betrayal every night before bed. The one who carries guilt for mistakes they made decades ago. Their eyes seem distant. Their body is tense. Their words are sharp or sometimes silent, heavy with things unsaid. When we refuse to let go of the past, it doesn't just live in our memory, it lodges in our body. Stress hormones like cortisol remain elevated, muscles stay tight, and that constant state of internal tension eventually shows up externally, in your skin, in your posture, in your health. But those who've truly let go, those who have forgiven, released, and surrendered, you can feel it in their presence. They walk lightly, their laughter is unburdened, their face is soft, not because life spared them, but because they chose not to carry what was breaking them. The Stoics understood this well. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality," meaning, we suffer more from the stories we replay than the things that actually happened. Stoicism teaches us to let go, not because the past was painless, but because holding on to pain is a form of self-torture. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means freeing yourself. It means choosing the present over the prison of the past. So if you've been told you look younger than your age, perhaps it's because you've dropped the weight. You've forgiven what needed forgiving. You've chosen peace over poison. And now, life is rewarding you, not just emotionally, but physically. Because the truth is, age leaves a mark, but so does healing. And when you choose to let go of what was never yours to carry, your soul softens, your energy brightens, and your face begins to tell a different story, one of freedom. Time doesn't age you, resentment does. So if people say you look younger than your age, it's not a fluke. It's not just good genes. It's the silent reward for how you've chosen to carry yourself through life. It means that while others surrendered to bitterness, you reached for grace. While others let the world weigh them down, you stayed light by letting go. While most people react, you reflect. You've made quiet decisions, invisible to the world, but written all over your face. You've chosen calm over chaos, curiosity over comfort, purpose over passivity, and healing over hatred. That's not luck. That's not accident. That's discipline. That's inner work. That's real power. And if you haven't chosen these things yet, then this is your wake-up call. Because aging isn't just the ticking of the clock. It's the weight of your reactions, your habits, and your mindset. And those things are within your control. Your energy is either working for you or against you. And the moment you begin protecting your peace, fueling your purpose, and releasing what no longer serves you, that's the moment time starts working with you, not against you. So no, we don't deny age here. We don't chase youth with desperation. We rise above the illusion of time by mastering how we live within it. Because on Stoic Spirit, we don't just age well, we rise timeless. If this message hit home, tap that like button. Let me know in the comments. What's one habit or mindset that's kept you feeling young, even as the years pass? And don't forget to subscribe, because this isn't just a channel, it's a movement. For men who choose strength over struggle, philosophy over panic, and meaning over mediocrity.